This is one of my favorite sequences from any movie ever, and it's because it does something that most modern directors never do. The point of this video is not to hate on modern movies. I actually think most people who are critiquing modern films are doing so for the wrong reasons. They know something is off with the movies, but can't exactly say why. So I'm starting this series to actually articulate the reason to you guys, because it is simple. It's the filmmaking that's bad. All the symptoms you see people point out, the bad CGI or the poor gray lighting, it's all under the broad issue of bad filmmaking. In this video, I'll be breaking down a few shots from Brian De Palma's 1981 film Blowout, and we'll teach you how and what makes it good filmmaking. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, don't worry, there's no major spoilers here. This is purely a filmmaking breakdown. Before we begin, this video is sponsored by no one. No one wants to sponsor me, so if you're seeing this and you do want to, let me know and reach out. But for now, all I'll say is if you want more videos like this, I really appreciate and read all the comments, so let me know. Now, I could turn this video into a Brian De Palma mini documentary, and while my main focus is, like I said, to teach you guys about his filmmaking in this movie, I do think it's fun and important to provide just a little bit of film history context. Because you may know Brian De Palma from Scarface in 1983, but the film he did just before that was Blowout in 1981, and I do think it's a perfect film. It's not some grand epic, no, it's an hour 45, it's mostly pulp and explicit storytelling, it's incredibly linear, and it's pretty straightforward. But the craft in De Palma's directing is what elevates this movie. Remember kids, film is a visual medium. If you only want to watch movies for the story, you should just be reading books. The sequence I'm breaking down comes about 45 minutes into the film. John Lithgow's character is trying to cover up his crimes by ending Nancy Allen's character. But that's too specific. The idea here is this. How do you film a man following a woman? How do you create tension without words? What are you doing visually to convey the story beats and the emotion? Let's study what De Palma does. Right away, we get this split diopter shot, so obviously this woman is our interest. And just to emphasize it, we get a couple fade-ins to a more zoomed-in angle. We then get a whip pan to the man now pursuing the chase. So with two shots, we know a man is following a woman. Simple. Now, I love this shot afterwards. If you take one thing from this video, I want it to be this. Your shots don't need to have everything in them to start. The best filmmakers start their shots with something simple, like tracking a woman with a camera move, and then add onto it as the shot develops. Like in this example, having a man step in the left side of the frame. We now get my favorite shot in the whole sequence that really shows that principle of layering your shots. It starts as a tracking shot behind the woman. Now, storytelling wise, this again is a simple concept. If you want to show someone being followed, film them from behind. There's nothing necessarily mind-blowing about that on paper. But again, watch how skilled De Palma is technically. Because once you notice all these extras walking by the lens perfectly timed, you can't unsee it. Remember, all these people had to be told exactly when to start and stop, a concept known as blocking. I like when this group splits for the camera and we get this really fast wipe after. But now we're on to the next part of this same shot, because the camera stops with this metal bar perfectly splitting the frame, almost like we're trying not to be seen. And that's when we get the man grabbing the ice pick. And just to again emphasize with style, we get the split diopter too. But now the danger is real, because we're not far away following her, we're right behind her this time. And that's when De Palma gives us this telephoto shot with even more tension as the build-up to the crime has reached its pinnacle. I'm going to skip forward a bit because this is the coolest part to me. The man brings her down the alley and takes out the ice pick, but we only see this, a silhouette in the shadow. But again, this is De Palma, so you can't look away for a single second because there's still way more to be done in this single shot. Remember what I said, the best filmmakers find ways to combine multiple shots into one, because our camera is now on a crane moving, and we get this reveal of Nancy Allen walking on the street. The whole time we thought that woman was her, but now we know he got the wrong girl. Our camera, however, isn't close to being done, because now we're tracking her walking on the street with again more use of extras walking by her, and you guessed it, we still have one more story beat left here, because now the camera magically lifts up to the window of this apartment with Dennis Franz watching her perfectly composed in the center, and that's the end of the sequence. You also need to note that De Palma really does this slowly and takes his time to develop all these beats that I was talking about, and that's what I mean by great filmmaking. No words spoken, just meticulously crafted visual storytelling. Man sees woman, man follows woman, man got the wrong woman, woman still being watched and still in danger. I recommend watching this entire film if you haven't, because not only is this sequence full of pristine filmmaking, but every single scene in this entire movie has something like this there. It's simple concepts. Yeah, they have the budget to put the camera on a crane or to close off an entire market, but the shots themselves are still simple. You could grab your phone and film a tracking shot like this, or an easy pan and you have your second actor step into the frame. Just because it's simple doesn't mean it's shallow, but also just because it's simple doesn't mean it's good either. It's filmmaking like this that is seemingly gone in today's movies. And the sad part is no one really cares. People just throw it all on CGI or the writing or the budgets. But I challenge you, the next time you see a movie and write a review the filmmaking and not the script. Talk about certain shots and how they're used to convey information. I can guarantee you there won't be many moments like this crane shot showing 3 story beats that happen slowly. But anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this video. And yes, there will be way more videos like this coming out. So thanks for watching, and remember, watch stuff with good filmmaking and be able to recognize it when you do.